You asked me that, so I must say that you have improved a lot, and yeah, and I think you no need to improve more because you have already been an advanced speaker. Yeah, so yeah, so I can say that you are working as a teacher. So do you enjoy or do you enjoy teach, or this is your necessary that yeah, if I teach the student, so I can earn something money like that? Do you think, or this is you think that yeah, I can teach the student also, and from there I can enhance my skills also? What do you think about this? Yes.
All right, so hello, Basudev. First of all, I welcome you to my YouTube channel, English Journey with Vikas. So, how are you doing today?
Yes, everything is going well because yeah, I was waiting for the session very enthusiastically. Yeah, when I got your comments, so I feel very happy that yeah, that's some.
Same here, same here. I'm very glad to interact with you. Okay, Vasudev, as we are meeting very first time, so would you like to introduce yourself so that our audience can get to know about you?
Yeah, definitely. As you
Mm-hmm.
know that my name is Vasu Murmu and I am from Jharkhand. If I talk about my current qualification, so I have got a bachelor degree from Dumka University, and if I talk about my hobby, so I love to playing football, and apart from it I do run a YouTube channel. The name of YouTube channel is Learn English with Basudev, and I love to talk to people. By this way I keep on improving my language. Yeah, that's all about me.
Mm,
Thank you very
that's
much. And
great. Yes.
yeah, so you can also
Mm-hmm.
introduce yourself.
Yes, first of all, thank you very much for introducing yourself and sharing this much information about you. Coming to my introduction, so my name is Vikas and I originally belong to Uttar Pradesh, Prayagraj, district Kunda. But at present, I'm living in Delhi with my whole family and I have recently completed my bachelor degree. And for the time being, I'm doing MA in English literature. Along with this, I'm running on my YouTube channel where I upload some conversational videos regarding English. And that is how I'm enhancing my communication skills and brushing up language fluency. This is all about me.
Yeah, that's great to hear that. Yeah, so
Thank
yeah,
you.
you are doing very well. Yeah, so I want to know you, sir, when did you get to know that English is really very important for you and you started learning this language? So please share your journey a little bit.
It's quite a good question. It's been almost 2 years. I was working in the small store. So I was getting only 5 to 7K per month, and that was not enough for me. So I was very much fed up with my job. I was very much upset because 5 and 6K, you know what? If we think about future, so definitely we are going to just probably have the a family, and in that family we need to have some sort of the uh, accountabilities that we are supposed to fulfill. So I thought if I will be keep working here, I will never able to get that good salary, good job. So this long story in short, that made me like I was getting very less amount. So because of that, I thought I should learn the language, and the language journey was really very much pathetic because I had to face a lot of downs instead of saying instead of I would say facing ups. As you know, in the initial days, we don't have the environment, we don't get the people. Even when you are in beginning stage, people they do not like to interact with you, right? So there were many more adversities that I faced, but after all, now I can speak after a couple of years little good English, not very much. And still I'm improving it. I hope so sooner or later I'll become expert in this, not expert, but at least I'll be able to speak fluently. So it was overall incredible journey, as we all have to go through some ups and downs. So similarly in my case happened.
Hmm. But if you
Mhm.
ask me that, so I must say that you have improved a lot, and yeah, and I think you no need to improve more because you have already been an advanced speaker. Yeah, so yeah, so I can say that you are working as a teacher. So do you enjoy, or do you enjoy teach, or this is your necessary that yeah, if I teach the student, so I can earn something money like that? Do you think, or this is you think that yeah, I can teach the student also, and from there I can enhance my skills also? What do you think about that?
Yes, great question. So listen, it has two aspects that we need to understand. Let's suppose if I teach anyone, so through that I'm also going to get some sort of the experience and enhance my own skill in similar field. Second thing, obviously, in order to fulfill the daily essential things like bread and butter, food, whatever the things, we need money. And as being a human being and any living creature, they need some sort of the food, right? So in order to fulfill the food and all sort of things, we need money. So if I do not teach somewhere, so I will not get money because this is the kind of my profession. As engineers, they have a profession to just develop the website, games, and etc. etc. Some applications. So similarly, in my case, this is the kind of the profession. Definitely, I expect to get money so that at least I can just survive. The survival purpose, we need to be required food. In order to get the food, as I already mentioned, we need money, right? So there are two aspects. And coming to the enjoying part, so obviously, when you love the language, you definitely enjoy. And when you develop the habit of doing something, and when you're doing something wholeheartedly, you're just going to have more fun, more enjoyment in I would say in the journey of teaching someone, in the journey of I would say probably learning, in the journey of I would say probably providing the quality of education to someone. It is a kind of the fascination, sorry, it is a kind of the interest that develop in, I would say itself, right? And it helps us
Yes.
to probably strive more and more and encourage us sometimes, because when you feel happy, when you enjoy the things, you start doing with the more enthusiastically, with the great curiosity, isn't it? But when you feel little down, it's not my cup of tea, this and that. So you might lose your interest, right? And when you lose your interest, you stop doing the same thing. And you might have noticed here, there are many learners, majority of the Indians, they are trying to enhance their spoken English. But the problem is that in the beginning days, they have a great energy, great enthusiasm, great curiosity to learn spoken English. But as the time passes, they leave, they stop learning, right? After 2 months, 3 months, because their interest get weaker. Their, I would say, enthusiasm label get weaker. That's why they quit. So one should just probably enjoy the language, love the language, and consider them as a like girlfriend. Being a boy, I can consider it as a like a girlfriend, so that I can probably have the interest in this. Mm.
You are absolutely right. Because yeah, because when we take this as a language normally, so that time we don't take, so that time we felt very easily that English learning is really very easy. But when you take it as a subject, we have to learn lots of vocabulary, lots of things that we have to know, lots of things, synonym, antonyms. So if you think like this, so it will be going to very tough for you. And if you think that this is just a language, I watch the people, I watch the English content, I learn from something, and I will repeat that sentence, I repeat again and again. So that time you feel that really this is very easy by this way.
Yes, it seems as quite interesting when you recognize your interests, when you know the right way of learning. It is not all about just always being very serious. Say, I need to have the interaction, I need to have the conversation with someone, and very productive. That should be very meaningful. So it cannot be always meaningful because, as you know, we have to go through sometimes ups and downs. It is a kind of the brain. It cannot be always stand in the same place, right? So it needs to just go, it's a kind of the friction that goes like this. So in that case, you cannot be always serious, so you have to just understand the delicacy of the situation and accordingly work on it. That suppose now we are having the conversation, so this is fine, but when you started discussing over any specific topic, you might get stuck. So it's okay to stuck, it's okay to make mistake, but keep doing it. There is no one is perfect, I believe in this. And there are many more people, they are not able to speak English, although they have a lot of platforms, resources, tools that they might implement as we are implementing. And facing a camera, making video is not a piece of cake, as you know. And so we have a fear of speaking, we hesitate sometimes, words should be spoken, words should be conveyed by us,
Mhm.
isn't it? However, we are trying to manage, we are trying to just speak on the things, whatever the things are coming into our mind quite
Yes,
well.
yes, 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 yes.
Yes.
And it is also said that yeah, practice makes you man perfect. The more you practice, the more you learn. Because only
Yeah.
all about our practice. Yeah, if you devote our time to speaking, so definitely we will get something. And this is not in only speaking, in any field. If you try to do that work again and again, so definitely you will learn something from that work, and you can definitely improve the things. Yeah, so
Yes,
yeah.
yes. It's a quite lengthy process, and as you said, the proverb, practice makes perfect, no doubt. But what I believe, practice makes better. More you do practice, more you get betterment. More you do practice, more you get betterment. I don't believe in a perfectionism because no matter how much you are at English, how much you good speak English, it doesn't matter. There will be always someone, Basudev, who can defeat you, who can beat you in this language, right? Now let's suppose I'm talking with you, so there must be someone, and there are plenty of the peoples, numbers of people who knows better English, right? They can probably defeat me, beat me in this language. So never have the mindset and the ideology. Yeah, okay, you need to be perfect. Just keep improving, keep just upgrading your version in this language. Not something like perfectionism. So when you just do practice, so you might just accumulate many more things. As it depends on your area of interest, what you want to accumulate, whether you're interested to be a like motivational speaker, like teacher, or any kind of interview. So it vary from person to person. So I just would like to say, keep going, keep enjoying, and uh, I would say learn the spoken English. There is nothing such as like being very serious.
So you being a teacher, I would like to ask you one thing. Yeah, sometimes what happens, I think become teacher is really very difficult because what happens sometimes, there suppose there are five students of yours, okay, and one of them is not understanding, okay. After making him try to making him understand, sometimes he then also he is unable to understand. So that time you have to change your approach because you think that this student is you can say normal what to say ki, normal
I
ununderstandable.
understand this.
And
I
so you have
understand.
that time your skill or your method. So what do you
Yes.
think? Is easy or
Yeah, this is the. It's quite challenging. It's quite challenging and quite enjoyable too. As you say, there are five students and four are fine, but rest of the not good. So in that case, what you can do, you have to change your approach according to the situation, according to that person. You need to observe that student, how good it that person in English, what's the label of his and her in English. Accordingly, you have to respond. Accordingly, you have to approach. You cannot probably just say some sort of the I would say like big phrases and like the very high vocabularies, fancy vocabularies. So you need to stick and understand the situation. After understanding, you need to just approach. You need to probably provide the class so that that person cannot just feel like I'm not able to speak. I cannot. This is not my cup of tea. When you start rectifying someone, especially beginners. That suppose if the person is not able to understand, then what you can do, you can simply shift this topic. You can change the topic as for the, I would say current situation. Because if you're just going to emphasize on again and again, and being a beginner can just get demotivated, right? Lose the kind of the interest because I'm not able to. It's very much frustrating sometimes. So you can change your approach according to the observation, according to the students. This is the one of the best way to teach. You cannot always have the same approach for everyone, for every situation, isn't it? Let's suppose as we stay at home, so we don't use quite pathetic language like bad language sometimes with family. So we use very humble language. Yes, mother. Yes, father. Yes, bhai. Yes, sister. But as soon as we just go out of I mean outside of our home, we meet with our friend. अबे क्या कर रहा है यार? So we use different kind of the language, right? So quite so accordingly situation you need to understand how you're going to approach. You cannot always be pre-planned. Let's suppose if anything happened with family, so I will be approaching in the same way. If anything happened with my friend circle, I will be approaching in the same way. So nothing such a there will be some differences. This is
exactly
my
that's what
personal